Hello, everybody. It's Raven, and I am here with AdmiralViztastic, which is a great name, by the way, and his
Thank
ship.
you.
So, tell me all about it, man.
Well, currently this ship is called the Arbalest. It is the second battlecruiser in my fleet lineup that I have going. This isn't really finished yet, but it will be a siege class battlecruiser meant for long-range artillery.
Nice.
The entire ship was built around this giant rail-like gun that is the center or the focal point of the ship, as you can see.
Yep. The ship looks like it's a giant siege cannon, which is
Yeah,
kind of awesome.
if I could, or if Sarme would allow it, I would have liked it if the neck could contract.
Yeah,
So,
that's.
you know,
I don't think
but
that's
I
ever
tried
gonna
to give it.
happen.
I tried to give the illusion that it
Yeah,
can
yeah.
do that.
Yeah, you got that. I think you got that down pretty good.
And then I was playing Dead Space a little while ago, so I came up with those little. I don't know what you would call those things. They're just kind of like flanges on the side of the ship.
Yeah, almost looks like armor plates.
Yeah, except for the back
Yeah.
one is meant to be more of an armor plate. These were just kind of,
Right.
I don't know, they just looked like extra decoration, and I thought they looked neat.
Yeah,
And I don't really
that's
see a lot of ships that utilize those.
exactly, and that's sort of the beauty of this game, and that's why I don't know. I'm less impressed with stats than I am with a pretty frame,
Yeah,
and
and
that's just how I am.
this one originally was red when I first started building it, because I was going with red and black to start my colors, but then I was kind of broadening out, and I really liked the color of yellow, gold, and white. Or, sorry, yellow, blue, and white. I kind of liked that color frame for ships.
Yeah.
I think they look kind of regal almost.
Yeah, they do. They look. It looks like it's a proper, maybe not military ship, but something that would be used by a. It makes me think of Tenchi Muyo.
Yeah,
I haven't seen that show in forever. I need to stop.
yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah. I would say the armor plates you have there, either maybe do like a little bit of a wingy bit off the side from the back. You know, just a horizontal one that sticks out, like 45 degree, or just do
Oh,
turrets
yeah.
there.
I haven't done anything yet with that, but there is
Yeah.
supposed to be a turret mounted on the side of each of these larger plates.
Right.
A larger turret mounted on the top, and the bottom isn't done because I was thinking of what I should do, but I think I might put missile pods somewhere on the bottom, or maybe a carrier,
could
like
do
a hangar.
Drones, actually. Zero Sen built a drone pod, and if you kind of went with something like that, they're literally just little ships, right? That you just activate via AI or whatever, and you drop them off, and they just seed out the battlefield and start firing for you.
That
And
would
then you
work
have
too.
a whole bunch of multi-directional fire converging on multiple targets.
Yeah.
Plus, it'll cover your ass end, to be honest.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's where you're going to be, from what I can tell. I mean, if anything gets in the front of it, with the amount of size you have there, I don't think it'll last for very long. But the problem is, stuff that's behind it can probably mess with you pretty bad.
Right.
That being said, I love the gun barrels. That's
Oh,
really well done.
the very front.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to make it look mean, so when you looked at the front, you're like, ooh, you don't want to get in the front of those.
Yeah, yeah. I do like that a lot. That's well done.
A lot of my ships incorporate the front cannon design. The only other thing
Oh, go ahead.
The only other thing that's in this ship, I think, is a very, very small interior, which I haven't really worked into it because I kind of wanted to make this more of a. I was trying to design it first as an RP battlecruiser,
Right.
just to kind of go around and fly around this thing, because I actually really like the look of this ship a lot.
Yeah.
So,
it has
more
a
so-
lot of potential.
Yeah, so more so than my other battlecruiser. So I'm trying to do some different stuff. Like, the engines look really good too. I was really impressed with how I did the engines.
Yeah. My goodness. I will say, you've got this bottom end sort of bridge sort of thing, or the gondola, as you might. It looks like a gondola, if you will,
On the bottom?
on the bottom, I think.
Oh, that would be the top, I think.
Okay, so you're flipped upside down. Alright, that makes sense. Because, yeah, hit C really quick. I wonder if that'll...
Yeah, that larger looking structure is actually supposed to be the bridge.
Okay.
It was slimmer. I used to go with a slim
You know,
slim
that ends up
bridge.
making a lot more sense when you say it like that, simply because I'm looking at it from the other way around right now,
Right.
for some reason. So there's that.
Yeah, it had a slimmer bridge, and I extended it out to make it wider to compensate for more people inside the bridge, as opposed to having maybe a 4-man crew in the bridge. Now it can have like a 10-man crew.
Okay, now I can... I just rotated my course, we're good. Alright. Yeah, okay, I like that. And you can do computer consoles and maybe a few chairs over there, and it'll look really good.
Yeah, and I kind of
Blast
just added
shields.
this today. Yeah, some blast shields on the
That's
glass.
always a plus. That's always good.
I haven't done it for all of them yet, but that's up and coming kind of thing.
Yeah, I would say the detailing you've got up top, take that, do something sort of like something that looks like the gun. All right, so you've got this detailing up top, right? And then if
Those
you,
are supposed to be turret mounts. That's why they've been designed that way.
right, but nevertheless, I'm talking about the stuff that runs down the side, the blue though, that sort of stuff. I would almost say, because you've almost got like a framework up top, right? It looks like it's holding the armor plating in place.
Oh yeah.
And then if you did the same thing and made it so that it looks like it's holding it from the bottom too, so it looks like the armor plating was either snapped on over the top and therefore possibly interchangeable, which could be a very, very interesting idea for future ships of this type, or is holding the gun itself, which is also a very interesting way of doing it, because then you'd almost have a canon RP style reason of changing out the main weapon type, because there's going to be 42 in the new build.
Yeah.
Which is insane.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, and it looks like you've got enough space in here to really deal some damage.
Yeah, it is meant, like I said, to dish out a lot of damage from a long ways away.
Yeah.
Initially, this had, I think, 6 AMCs that acted as, or not 6 AMCs. I think it was 6 D1000s that would act as the artillery gun.
Yeah, D1000s are still great artillery, and they move way faster now, so...
Yeah. Other than that, the minor interior that is to speak of in this is pretty much just a bridge, small hallway. Each of the halls is color coordinated as well, because I do plan to make it a larger ship.
Right.
So I've designated my yellow areas to be engineering areas.
Okay.
And blue is anything that's related to bridge and command.
Right.
Red is anything that's crew related.
Okay. That makes sense.
And then purple, I think, is... I don't think I've designated purple yet, but there will be a purple.
Alright. Yeah, see, I usually use red as medbay, of course.
Everyone does.
Right. Well...
But I figure
yeah.
Because red is going to be regarded for crew, that it's probably going to be near the crew area anyway, so...
Yeah, and that makes sense. And then, like, I remember I used to use purple for the cafeteria, because whenever... Or the galley, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
Mostly because Tom doesn't shut up about food. So I was like, screw it. Purple is going to be where you eat now. But, I mean, those are my color conventions. I just thought I'd throw that out there. So if you want a spot for purple, it could always be the calf. I know it's still a crew thing, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Or you could do purple as gunnery. You could actually do
or
like
armory.
You could do like a proper gunnery or an armory or anything that has to do with weapons.
Security and weapons.
Yeah, that could be kind of cool. I like that.
Yeah, but
None
We'll
that
figure
just-
it out.
Yeah,
I
I'm sure
just
you'll
have
get
to,
there.
yeah. Like I said, with the RP section of the ship, I'm probably going to be doing a lot more of the actual interior of the ship in the ass end of the ship, just because I have so much room to play around with in there.
Yeah.
And with the new weapons update, I can actually focus and have all my weapons up in the front, which will be nice.
Yeah, definitely. I will say put
And-
your computers at the back though, or like.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. About
Somewhere in the back. Though, if I make an armory and security personnel, well, they'll probably go in there.
Yeah, I will say one of the tricks though is where you've got your core on the far like right and left side. Well, not far, but you know, out a little ways from them because people are going to be aiming for your core. So you put them a little ways out to where they won't usually be shooting through, and it
Right.
will save you so much trouble. I did that with the Argus when I fought the Hailstorm. He never knocked out my weapons computers, but I did knock out a lot of his. Thank God, because no. And I think
Yeah,
this would
no.
be an awesome challenge to fight once it's done. Like this would be a yeah, I might be able to take this on with the Argus. That'd be fun. I just
Yeah,
have to
once
stay
it's-
away from it. That's the
Yeah.
trick.
That's pretty much how it is with ships like this. It's like you don't want to get in front of them.
If you get in front of them, you're gonna have a bad time. But if you can
Right.
stay away, then you're okay.
Right. But yeah, as far as that goes, I haven't really decided anything else on this. I was just hoping to get a little bit of feedback, maybe some
Yeah.
ideas to help out with it.
I think one thing that could be cool is not big, you know, not obtrusive or anything like that, but small reverse wing style wingy bits. So if you look towards the front, right, where you have the
Oh, those little wingy bits on the
Well-
side paneling.
yeah, where you have those white ones, or the one with the white stripe through it, right?
Yep.
If you, and only on the bottom, right? But if you did something like that on the bottom part of this to really bring it out, and you could
Oh,
almost have
you
them
know
as
what?
cooling fins.
Yeah, you've. I think you've actually seen my battle cruiser. You
I may
probably
have.
already know that there's that larger. It's kind of like a triangular shape on the bottom that acts like a comm relay,
Okay,
like a
yeah.
large comm relay. This plans to have two of those, one near the front
Okay.
and one in the bottom. A larger one in in the bottom of the very back.
Nice. Yeah,
So it'll actually give it a bigger and better looking silhouette.
yeah, definitely. I'm just thinking small ones at the front as proper like heat fins.
Yes.
Would be
Those
really
would
cool.
work too.
And then what you can actually do is you can set plex doors over red lights like what Binary did because it's a good idea. And you flip the plex doors open after it fires, or you can actually have logic that does it so that it
Oh,
looks
yeah.
like it's all of a sudden it's cooling off before it resets. And if you
I was
time it
actually
right,
planning
you
to
can
have
actually it
exterior
reset
heat
like that.
sinks.
Yeah. And I think that the bottom of the weapon would make sense, right? The top is where you're going to have a shitload of turrets. By the look of it, I'm looking at it, it's like,
Yeah.
that's a lot of turret platforms.
Yeah, there's a lot of little turrets, and there's going to be a few big turrets just for whatever.
Yeah. I would probably put a relatively sizable turret on the bottom rear. But the
Sure.
front end, at the bottom, you should be okay. Because one of the nice things about that particular design is, I bet you have pretty decent rotational control, as in you can probably spin around in a circle. Not in a full circle, but you know, like if you hold control and move your mouse, it'll
Oh, yeah.
spin relatively well, so you'll be able to bring those turrets to bear on just about anything. So you almost
yeah.
don't have to worry about it. But if you add cooling fins, because that's the one thing, is usually like the tops of people's ships will be super amazing detail, and they just say screw it to the bottom. And it's like, man, you're like halfway there. And I'm not saying that for your ship, I'm just saying this is a trend that I've noticed with a lot of ships, you know, and you've already got some good detail here. Capitalize on it like crazy. And I mean, you've almost, at the bottom where you have the white and blue, and it looks like green, or yellow, I can't tell.
That's yellow.
Okay, yeah, I'm colorblind, so that's why I
We
use
went
black
we
and
went
white.
through this the other day.
Yeah.
It's yellow.
Yeah, thanks. But like right on the inside of those blue lines, right? Like one block in. So they're
Yeah.
not actually touching the blue lines, but you've got that little raised, or I guess down part right there. That could all be heat sinks, and that would look so cool. Now
Yeah.
I want to do it. So I'm probably going to be building another ship tonight. Ah, damn it. Nah.
Well, I only brought this ship on because I don't think anyone's ever seen this ship on the server. So I was like, I'm gonna bring something that no one's seen yet. So I brought this one. It's just one I've been trying to work over to kind of be my new flagship.
Nice, man. I like it, and thanks for bringing it for sure.
Yeah,
Kinda
no problem.
Awesome to hear that I got to be the first one to see it. But yeah, I like it. I think heat sinks, some more wedging here and there, of course, but that's just that's always.
That's the whole part of the work in progress.
Yep, exactly. But I think what you've got here on top, you know, that level of detailing, take that to the bottom, and this thing will turn out to be absolutely amazing. I know it's harder to work on the bottom.
Yeah, see, I kind of like having a little bit of detail on the bottom, but not too much, because you don't want to take away from the top. You want to know people to know what the top of the ship is and what the bottom of the ship is.
Definitely. So, I think where you can get away with that is the front end of the ship, because that's where it's a giant gun, and you're gonna you don't care where the top or the bottom of that thing is. If it's pointing at you, you're dead. Or at least hopefully. I think that's the effect you're going for, so that's what I would assume you'd want. Anyway, that being said, I think we're gonna have to call it here. But thanks for showing me the ship, and I'm looking forward to seeing a lot more out of you in the future.
Oh yeah, sure. You can despawn it now if you like. I've already saved it to local. I was working on it while I was waiting.
Alright, sounds good. Alright, and for everybody watching, thanks for watching, and I will see you again next time.